my dreams. In a house, white picket fence, a beautiful family. Wherever you are, when I wake up, I'm gonna find you, love you.
Yeah, they call me Donald Baby. He was brown skin, 5'3", long hair with hella ass, toasting on.
But if he does this for 12 rounds against Montel Griffin, he's liable to watch his zero go away. So something will have to change for Roy Jones in the next few rounds as he continues to develop this fight plan if he's going to have a chance to win. Punch me and then counter his counter.
Well, that's always been Griffin's forte. Anytime he gets in an exchange, it can be even, but he finishes it up with the left jab as he just did then.
Throws 4 more jabs to begin this round. None of them anywhere near.
Montel Griffin's very hard to hit flush. Montel Griffin's very hard to hit flush. Why is Griffin such a good defensive fighter? You can see some of the reasons. His feet are always firmly planted on the canvas. He doesn't move his feet a lot. Good balance. That's, of course, the key. His feet are always firmly planted on the canvas. He doesn't move his feet a lot. Good balance. That's, of course, the key. Why is Griffin such a good defensive fighter? You can see some of the reasons. His feet are always firmly planted on the canvas. He doesn't move his feet a lot. Good balance. That's, of course, the key. And his eyes. I mean, he just sees the shots coming.
Griffin beat him in the box office.
And it was certainly the last 2 fights between these 2 young men have been worlds apart. Jeremy Williams dominated in Worcester, Massachusetts, was a fighter with great confidence. Yesterday in the box office, the first time these 2 guys met, Jeremy Williams looked like he was beat in the first round. Montel Griffin dominated from beginning to end.
Yeah, and even though the score was close at 14-11, Griffin imposed himself on Williams, was very demonstrative in the ring, and when he left the ring, there were people that felt that Jeremy Williams was beaten emotionally. We'll find out more about that today.
Jeremy Williams' head was down. Jerry Dusenberry is our referee. That was a caution to Griffin for holding. Of course, the referee in the ring is the final authority, and this is, as always now in amateur boxing, it's majority rule scoring. It's electronic scoring. Punches mean points in amateur boxing now.
There's a good left hook by Griffin. Of course, Griffin didn't even get picked originally to come here. As you look at the scoring, and that is the official scoring as you're seeing it. He lost to Williams in the finals of the trials, but they picked Terry McGroom to be the most noteworthy opponent. That Griffin had to go challenge it through his lawyer, and they made a match between McGroom and Montel Griffin this week, and Griffin beat McGroom 2-1, not with electronic scoring.
So if Montel Griffin makes the Olympic team, he will have fought and won 3 times this week. Actually 4 if you count the lawyer's threat of an injunction.
That was a win too.
3 times in the ring. Montel Griffin will have fought this week.
What Jeremy Williams did in their match in the trials that he hasn't done here at the box office is use his height and reach by boxing well and using his jab from the outside and his uppercut. Those have been weapons and that have been fun unused. And you see Griffin off to a good start. And it's Williams that gets the caution.
Jerry Dusenberry is just use your head. He's telling Williams, use your head. Keep control. Montel Griffin doesn't have a lot of international experience. He's coached by Jesse Reed. He was born and raised in Chicago. He's a young man who kind of jumped on the scene here. In the case of Jeremy Williams, started boxing when he was 4 years old. Said he'll turn pro after the Olympics are over. Told us that in his amateur career, he has 130 knockouts to his credit. Played high school basketball and football. Is one of 5 children. Wants to be a model after he finishes boxing. And again, Griffin leads early, and that's a caution by Jerry Dusenberry for butting that to Montel Griffin. Interesting to note yesterday when these 2 finished fighting, Montel Griffin did not shake Jeremy Williams' hand. Caused a great deal of stir here in Phoenix. Into the first round. Another caution, holding and hitting to Griffin by Jerry Dusenberry, the referee. Round 2 begins in red is Jeremy Williams. These are light heavyweights. His challenger, Montel Griffin. These 2 fighters have met 3 times. Jeremy Williams winning the first 2. And, of course, Montel Griffin winning yesterday to force this this rubber match between the two for the final spot on the U.S. Olympic team. Another caution by referee Jerry Dusenberry for turning his back. That's to Montel Griffin.
The intriguing thing here, Bob, is that Griffin's jab is much more effective than Jeremy Williams. Even though he's a shorter boxer and has a reach disadvantage, jabs are mostly timing, and Griffin's timing has been excellent. And Jeremy Williams has underused his jab, and when he throws it, only throws one at a time.
The change in personality in Jeremy Williams from Worcester to here is shocking.
It's remarkable, and it's been brought about because of Griffin. Jeremy Williams looked like a lost soul at the end of that bout when Griffin just walked away from him without shaking hands. There's the uppercut from Williams. It's such an effective tool for him, but he has not used it much in this bout. And remember in the trials, he missed the land of 10 or 15 of those against Griffin.
Montel Griffin even said in the paper this morning, several cautions now by Jerry Dusenberry. That's to Griffin for slapping. You see Griffin leads in the second round here. Punches are points now in electronic scoring. And Griffin said he didn't only physically beat him, he psychologically beat him yesterday.
And at this juncture, you maybe can make a case for that because Jeremy Williams has been very lethargic in this bout, not throwing combinations. That's what impressed everyone at the trials, and I think what made all of us believe that if he were to be the United States representative at the Olympics, Jeremy Williams, because of his quick hand speed and combinations, would be a good one. Now Griffin has taken that away from him.
Griffin is quick hands, but he's kind of a plodding guy. He doesn't really have a real fancy stance there. You know, he's not the classic-looking style boxer, but he does throw thunderous hooks.
And ironically, because he's got the pretty good jab and the straight right hand, he's got enough boxing skills to get by, and because of his power, they put some people away. He's only lost twice in 27 amateur bouts, Montel Griffin, both to Williams.
And, of course, to remind you once again, the winner of this fight makes the U.S. Olympic boxing team. The loser goes home. This is the only challenger who has beaten the weight class winner in good hooks by Montel Griffin. Another caution, Jerry Dusenberry to Williams for holding, but Montel Griffin now all over Jeremy Williams.
He hurt him with the right hand, then came with the left hook, and right now he is intimidating Jeremy Williams in the ring.
Yeah, Montel Griffin just mouthed, "You want more?"
He was very distressed that they didn't pick him and pick Terry McGroom as the most noteworthy opponent. He's taking it out on Williams. And he'll get a standing 8, I believe, Williams. No? Caution.
This is as many cautions as we've seen in any one fight so far this week at the box office.
Yeah, the referees have been lunch less intrusive, and that's not to criticize Jerry Dusenberry. Some of these cautions he's making make a lot of sense.
Into round 2, Montel Griffin in blue, a big lead.
Jeremy Williams probably got more ink here in Phoenix, along with Larry Donald, than any other boxer, and he was very verbose in his comments. That's part of why Griffin really has gone after him in a very psychological and intimidating way, and it has worked.
Yeah, Montel Griffin has certainly taken this box off personally, even though these two met in the Olympic trials, worth repeating, and Jeremy Williams in red beat Montel Griffin. The committee chose another boxer. A committee of 5 thought the most worthy opponent was Terry McGroom. The reason they chose McGroom was they thought he was a more polished boxer, would look better internationally.
Had more international experience.
And Montel Griffin took it personally, and he has taken it out on Jeremy Williams.
Well, he felt he had beaten McGroom at the trial, so he felt, why should you send McGroom there? Yeah, he has taken everything out on Jeremy Williams. And, you know, boxing this style, if Griffin can sustain this level of intensity and emotionalism, which is what he needs, he's a very strong young man. He can deal with even the Torsten Mays of Germany, who are at the top of the light heavyweight division internationally.
There are also people that I've talked to on the U.S. boxing team, the coaches, the trainers, that would love to have Montel Griffin on the team because of his attitude. You know, that I'm better than you, will take it out in the ring. He is a very positive influence on other boxers on this team.
And it's been, we mentioned the turnaround for Williams. Williams was the surprise of the trial, and some thought could be the surprise of the Olympics if he got there. But it doesn't look like that to be the case.
Another caution by Jerry Dusenberry. Turning his back. That's to Jeremy Williams. Well, Montel Griffin is certainly proven his point with an explanation point. He has come in here and he was not intimidated by getting the the extra free box off against Madroon. He was not intimidated by Jeremy Williams or the setting. He has come in here and manhandled Jeremy Williams on 2 straight days. As this fight comes to a close, Montel Griffin has made the 1992 U.S. Olympic boxing team.
The team of Olympians to go to Barcelona. Your winner, Montel Griffin.
From his low crouching position, and he to get a look at what Griffin's got so far. Griffin slightly off balance as Jones
Hit him flush. He catches a guy.
Griffin with
his forte. Anytime he gets in an exchange, could be even, but he finished.
what happened on the scorecards.
Roy Jones' left hook is like lightning. He's not committing himself with that jab, but he is jabbing.
From that distance, Roy Jones had his phone. Don't try to reach me. I have an attitude.
Each other. A lot of feinting, not too much punching. Left hook.
Against the Jones right.
Massaging his arms after the first round as well as it.
Me, if somewhere in the house there's a scorecard that has Montel Griffin winning the first 2 rounds.
Well, there's one right here.
Wins over Muhammad Ali. And Futch said, hey, Ali was great, but he can't stay back at this.
Like to commit to the jab because he is so defensive.
Well, no. There's the first solid jab.
20 seconds left in round 4, and no sign that Jones is going to passing minute. And Griffin rakes Jones to the body again.
Those solid shots to the body. I really winning those rounds. Hit him with a counter right. And this stance by right hand, but he's not there to be hit. That
Jones up and under with a left.
Ball scoring knockout.
Jones doesn't want to feel Griffin to the ribcage anymore.
Every time he's against the ropes and allows punches, it's scoring points for Griffin. Good left hook by Griffin. Jones nailed him, but Griffin nailed him right back. Out-punched him.
Jones using right now.
And now got nailed with some pretty solid shots.
Enjoy.
Special talent. But what he's doing now, I don't know.
Griffin backs out, goes back to work with the left. Jones, another
Griffin.
The way he did it, 160. The right hand and the right shoulder, and then throwing the left hook to.
And there's again Griffin.
His white trunks with black trim. And there's another.
He wasn't hurt by the punch, that's for sure.
he wasn't. Watch this. Lean back.
And you can see Griffin didn't have now. Clean, short little left hook on the inside.
He leaned. Any different. Ducks away from the right hand there. There's a left hand.
In the 7th.
Jim, you had to go and sit down in the neutral corner when they pour water on him. So Montel Griffin got hit with the Roy Jones shoes.
In line with you, Larry.
Numbers when compared to his career. They underestimated Montel Griffin in their first.
By Montel Griffin.
There's a right across the top and then immediately cut.
So Montel Griffin nailed him.
Fine, indeed, that's true. Shots, many of them to the body. How much does Roy
Shooting a blank cap pistol.
Jones nailed him pretty good that time.
So much of his damage. Sound like much when a fighter moves up from, say, 168.
It is lightweights. Big right hand by right hand. And Griffin is hurt. No question about it. Griffin is hurt.
Jones looking to finish. Griffin wobbling a little bit. Jones comes in and lands the right hand lead again. And a couple of left hooks. And Griffin's knee goes down. And Jones lands 2 punches after Griffin's knee was on the canvas. And now Griffin. Here's another look one more time at the finishing flurry.
Oh, there's no question about it, Jim.
Jones can get at it. And here's the last canvas to try to take the count here. Whether it's voluntary or not, he's going to put his knee on the canvas. And there it is. Knee down.
Now there's plenty of time.
1, 2.
2.
Delivered while Montel Griffin faced against Buster Mathis Jr.
This is worse. It's almost the end of a combination. Roy had plenty of time to set himself against go over to the neutral corner. Now look, he has all the time in the world. He's looking at the guy while he's down.
Referee disqualifies the red corner. The winner and new WBC light heavyweight champion of the world, Montel Griffin.
Hello, everybody. This is the Path for Brotherly Love featuring Sean Purnell and Randy Purnell. I'm happy to have another episode. Today is Monday, August 4th, and I want to start off by thanking God for another day, thanking Him for a new beginning, thanking Him for the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and more than anything, His grace and mercy, because we need to come before God, ask Him for forgiveness of sins, seen and unseen, known and unknown. For His ways are not our ways, and our ways are not His ways, obviously. But as we start this show, I have Montel Griffin, former light heavyweight champion of the world, former U.S. Olympian, 92 Olympics. He's accomplished a whole bunch, and we look forward to one day him being in the International Boxing Hall of Fame, where he need to be. He's in the Rochester Hall of Fame now, but he need to be in the International Boxing Hall of Fame for his accomplishments in such a short time. At 12, he lost his dad and took 8 years off, from 12 to 20, before he said, okay, well, he gonna come back. And coming back, he was a miracle. You know, with very little fights, he stormed from the Olympic trials, Olympic box off, to the Olympics itself in Barcelona in 92. And those are the same Olympics I would have been shooting for. And it is awesome that he made it there. Though he controversially lost in the quarterfinals, he wasn't beaten. He beat James Toney 2 times, won the WBC Light Heavyweight Championship over Roy Jones Jr. He have an established career. He did well. I wish him luck. I thank him for being on this podcast with me and my brother and sharing time. I want to give a shout out to all my children, all 13 of them, Mondre, Tony, Chantel, Onisha, Kiana, Ronnie, my twins, my lovely twins, Shanae and Chanel, my trooper, Jessica, and my Sean, and can't forget the latest, Talitha, she's 5, and Malachi, he's just 11 months. God is good. I pray for all my children. I'm thankful that I had an opportunity to be in their lives, the grown ones that is, and see them mature and make good decisions and be responsible adults right now. My little ones, I pray God give me the strength and the opportunity to guide them. This episode, again, I'm thankful to Montel Griffin, and I want to shed light on the things that are happening in the world today, where you have all kind of calamities, whether it be earthquakes in New Jersey, unheard of. You got all kind of mass shootings, things going on in every city, town, state, country, wars, rumors of wars. These are things that are like biblical proportions. You know, I want to also before I forget, send a shout out to my friends, my family at Amazon. Jacob, that's my buddy. He's a gentle giant. Amir, Innocent, Arjun, my whole team, DJ, all of y'all. Whoever I miss, I charge it to the head, not the heart. But I hope all of y'all continue to show me support, watch the broadcast as we try to bring you some good material each and every week. I want to say, if you have a dream, a goal, or something that you really are talented in, something you really want to do, I want you to know that now is the time to do it. Do it now. Don't put off for tomorrow what you can do today. Now is what we have. Tomorrow is not promised to nobody, but right now is what you got. You know, you're walking, you're breathing, thank God. You can do it. Do it now. Don't procrastinate. Don't put off. Do it now. You'd be surprised at your ability to grasp the now, and believe in yourself. Know you can do it. I pray that God's anointing be all over everything you touch, because God's anointing is burden removing, yoke destroying. It makes things happen. He said you could do those things that are almost impossible. He said I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. All is one of them words that it's no limitations. So don't put no limitations on yourself. Go at it. Okay, I want to read real quick. I want to read Revelations chapter 3 and start with verse 7. It says, to the church in Philadelphia. To the angel of the church in Philadelphia write, these are the words of him who is holy and true, who holds the key of David. What he opens, no one can shut, and what he shuts, no one can open. I know your deeds. See, I have placed before you an open door that no one can shut. I know that you have little strength, yet you have kept my word and have not denied my name. I will make those who are of the synagogue of Satan, who claims to be Jews, though they are not, but are liars. I will make them come and fall down at your feet and acknowledge that I have loved you. Since you have kept my commandments to endure patiently, I will also keep you from the hour of trial that is going to come on the whole world to test the inhabitants of the earth. Know that things that are happening are not things that wasn't said was going to happen years and years and years and years ago. It was prophesied that it will happen. These things shouldn't be new to you, but it should be true to you. You should be able to see these things and know that the day of the Lord is at hand. We got to prepare ourselves, get ourselves together, clean our house up, okay? Walk a little differently, move a little differently. Ask God for forgiveness. Ask people that you may have done wrong to forgive you. Okay, well, none of us are perfect. We all make mistakes, and we can't sit here and hold judges on everybody. Let's forgive everybody. Let's love people. Let's walk in favor. Let's be a different spirit. Let's show love. Because when you're angry, you not only are you messing up your feel good, you messing up somebody else feel good. Just let's love each other, forgive one another, move differently, ask God for forgiveness, do the best that you can right now. Do the best that you can daily, do the best that you can every single day. No matter what you do, your job, try to do better. Don't just walk around and so. Because the thing is, the job might not be the job that you want, but if you don't walk right in the little job, what makes you think that God will open up a door to give you a bigger job if you can't even perform in the little job? Shine. Do what you can do. Stand out. If you're a king or if you're a queen, if you're a star, act like it. You know the cream always rises to the top. If you're a star, be a star. I thank all of y'all. Enjoy my brother as he come on. Enjoy my interview with Montel Griffin. He's a great champion, a great man. And thank y'all very much. And tune in for next week as I try to get some other influential people that has made a difference in society and our life. And again, thanks for watching The Path of Brotherly Love. As we go into the show, I hope you enjoy it. Please subscribe, tell somebody about it. If you want to send a donation, do so. I don't care what it is, but it'll add to the cause as we're going to try to make this thing bigger and better as time go on. Again, I thank all of y'all. I love all of y'all. I appreciate the support. Have a great day and a great week as it's Monday.
Yo, welcome back to the Path of Brotherly Love podcast documentary starring your smooth, sharp another champ and his little brother, Wayne Live. That's right, we're here for another episode with another special guest. Man, we bringing them, they starting to roll in, folks, so y'all better get on the train, man. It's about to get on the plane, it's about to take off, we're about to go straight right there. So our special guest tonight is going to be Montel Griffin. That's right, Montel Griffin. If you don't know who he is, you better go look it up, baby, because he is the WBC light heavyweight champion of the world in 1997. He got his win by beating Roy Jones. This brother has an amazing career. I mean, he even went to the 1992 Olympics, and he even stronger because he survived trauma from losing his dad at 20 on a fight at the age 12. So, I mean, he got to the Olympics with a real, not that many fights in there, but even though, so he was great. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, if you understand, he beat a dude named James Toney. Now, James Toney beat Holyfield, and Holyfield beat Mike Tyson. So, beat him out. This dude is like a legend, yo. In boxing history, and nothing is this. And my brother Sean is saying, once you're a champ, you always a champ. That's why you even got the pleasure to talk to him. So we are very faithful and humble and showing gratitude because he could have been like, man, listen, I ain't with that joke stuff. He could have fired just because how we shoot the show. And that's what makes our show different. I'm here. I'm enjoying the work. I'm happy. I'm in real fun. They sell sunglasses in jail. So I get to be Wayne Live all the way. So I got a funny trick for y'all too, because I'm going to turn into Clark Kent in a couple minutes when it's time to read, because I can't see and read, because I'm going to read y'all a very important verse. So like I said, the podcast documentary, first of its kind, The Path of Brotherly Love. Now, we also bring y'all current events and topics all the time. Every time I turn around, there's another mass shooting. The last show we talked about, the dude running up in New York and Manhattan and NFL headquarters killing 4 people. There was another dude somewhere killed 4 people like a couple of days ago. I mean, it's just every time we turn on the news here, I'm in Delaware. I'm in Delaware, but we get Philadelphia news too. Fox 49, NBC, CBS, 610. And it's just kids getting shot at playgrounds, little kids I'm talking about, adolescents and teenagers being charged with attempted murder and heist over money trucks and just all types of stuff. But recently we had an earthquake. The Thursday is August the 4th. So a couple of days ago we had an earthquake in New Jersey. I mean, they showed it in the news, a couple of us watching TV, just jumped up. It's just so much stuff going on. And then there was this big lightning that struck across 3 states that you could see one of the biggest lightning bolts. And that just brought to my mind that this show is a God-given show. That's why we say brotherly love, the show love. So I wanted to just read something to you guys that makes you think about the times that we live in. Coming from Matthew 24. So here it goes. I'm about to do my Superman thing, Clark Kent. Kids here to read to you. That's right. I went in the phone booth and I took off the cue. Because I got to read to y'all. I can't read to y'all. So I ain't looking through them. I was up part of the show, which you guys laughed a little bit. But coming from Matthew chapter 24, verses 10 through 13, it says, at that time, many will turn away from the faith and will betray and hate each other. I'm going to start that again. At that time, many will turn away from the faith and will betray and hate each other. And many false prophets will appear and deceive many people because of the increase of wickedness. The love of most will grow cold, but he who stands firm to the end will be saved. I'm going to read that one more time, starting at verse 10. Matthew chapter 24. At that time, many will turn away from the faith and will betray and hate each other. And many false prophets will appear and deceive many people because of the increase of wickedness. The love of most will grow cold, but he who stands firm to the end will be saved. Now, that's why I think that, because our show is about spreading love and positive vibes and just informing people and showing empathy toward people that lose people. Like my brother Montel Griffin, he lost his dad at 12. We had interview today. I'm sure he could have just never fought again because his dad told him not fight. But he did. So we spread love and we salute those that lose love and overcome adversity. Like I'm in prison right now, but my brother's left for me is allowing my career to go on as an entertainer, a spokesperson and stuff like that. And because of his love for me and my love for him, we let y'all join this journey. It was an idea that I can produce and he co-produce and we getting it on. And we're doing good. We've been through a lot. My brother been through a lot of stuff daily to try to keep our spirits low and fight us from getting this message to y'all. So trust me, this is real time. This is real life. And so keep us in prayer for that. But like I said, the love will go away. So that's why we trying to keep it here as long as it's here until it's completely gone. So like I said, this is the podcast documentary, the Power for Bettering the Law, with your shoe, man live. And just keep your eye out there. The signs are showing. Matthew 24 is like an apocalyptic revelation verse of the end times. And yeah, man, just stay weird. But so I'm going to close out my part of this show by saying once again, thank you, Montel Griffin, on that awesome career, coming on our show and showing us love with 50 wins, 30 knockouts. That's amazing to do. And only had one draw and 8 losses. That's amazing. So we give you mad props for that. And all our supporters keep supporting, and all our past guests, we thank you too. So once again, we signing out. We got y'all another guest and another show. This is another week. You're able to smile and be blessed. So be blessed, people. And Sean, I love you, big bro. Thanks for all you doing. Over and out. The path of WWE love. Check us out on YouTube. We on YouTube. Get the views up. Thank you for all my followers. Love y'all. Peace out. Bye.
Don't forget the Cash App. Don't forget the Cash App. Don't forget the Cash App.
I forgot that.
You still recording?
Don't forget to show us some love in the Cash App, because we has money. If you like what we doing and you want to get more love out there in the world, and you got $2 or 2 pennies to rub together, we take it up. 2 pennies, $2, $20, $200, $2,000. We need the love. So if you show us love, I'm sure God will bless you, because we putting out love in the world. And that's what we trying to do. As long as it's here until God comes back and create the sky, this is what we're going to be doing. And we got a lot of other stuff coming your way with our merchandise and material. We'll get really more into that when I get out, which is very, very shortly. Very, very soon. We're down to the last few months of this journey, and filming from behind the wall. We're going to be filming outside the wall, movies and everything. So y'all wait. So the Cash App is at the end. You'll see it. And we got a couple other ways you can know, but it's at the end. So pay attention to the end of the show. We love y'all. Thank you, everybody. We love y'all. Peace out. Hey,
Hello, everybody. This is the Path of Brotherly Love podcast featuring Sean Purnell, Randy Purnell. I have my special guest, Montel Griffin, former WBC light heavyweight champion of the world. What's going on?
I'm
What's
chilling.
going
I'm
on?
chilling.
All right. All right, we're going to start off way back. What got you into boxing?
My pops, man. He took my brother to Johnny Coulin's gym on 63rd Street in Chicago to teach him self defense, and he ended up he fell in love with the gym. He became a disciple under Johnny Coulin. He learned the game, and he ended up buying the gym. So he turned it over to from Johnny Coulin to Windy City Boxing Club, and I think that, he bought it in '73.
Okay. 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 So you said your brother?
Yeah, my brother was boxing amateur. He learned the game. He was boxing amateur. He was before me, but he was 10 years older than me. So
Okay. Okay.
the effect he had on me was strong.
Okay. Okay. Did you have a chance to spar with your brother?
Now when I now check this, my brother he was 10 years older than me. He beat my ass my whole life, and he the reason I ended up being tough. But when
Right.
I turned pro, I was in my 20. I was 22, 23. He was 32, 33. I said, "Come on, let's get in the ring now." He said, "No." I said, "Yeah, you know why, motherfucker? I was gonna beat the dog shit out of him for all the shit he did to me.
Right, growing up, right?
For real, for
Okay,
real."
okay, okay. So how did when you was boxing, how did it coincide with like your schooling, like high school and all that?
Well, I had I was smart, man. I was smart, man, but I was lazy.
Right,
I just did enough to get by, and you know what I'm saying. Where I ain't had to. I was smart, and I started slipping in my grades and shit. And my pops was like, "Man, you better stop bullshitting. If your grades are at a certain level before this tournament, you ain't going." And I thought it was bullshitting.
right.
And my grades weren't good, and he ain't let me go, and it broke my heart. And then after that, I took school serious and made sure my grades was on point.
Okay, okay. I see how when I look further into you, it's like we intertwine in a lot of different places. Uh, I remember going to the U.S. Championships in '91, and I we went through Chicago to get to Colorado, and I'm remembering at the airport at Chicago and how everybody had the USA boxing sweatsuits on, and every region had their own color, and I'm remembering going through the airport, and you could see like the flood of people with the different colors on, knowing that everybody's ready to go to Colorado.
Yeah.
Now, '91, did you go?
No, in '91 I fought novice. I fought
Okay,
novice. I fought heavyweight novice in the U.S. Championships. I was
okay,
heavyweight. I made it to the championship, but I broke my thumb in the semifinals. And I had one more fight at heavyweight, then I went down to light heavyweight. So I
okay,
wasn't even on the scene till '92.
okay, okay. And '92 was going to be my year. And you went there. You went to the Olympics. That's the same Olympics I was shooting for, Barcelona. And in '92, Barcelona, Oscar De La Hoya went. Uh, who else from
Well,
USA went?
I wasn't even fighting in 1990. I wasn't even fighting. And I was at home watching the fight with my friends. I was drunk, high and everything. And I said, man, I could beat them guys at light heavyweight. And they all laughed at me.
Right.
And I said, you know what? I'm gonna make all these motherfuckers bow down. And
That's right.
I packed up with $200. I moved to LA. Uh, I become sparring partners with Reggie Johnson, who was the number one middleweight in the world, and he
Right.
was the reason I could stay in LA, and gave me a reason, make some money. And then I won the U.S. championships with only 21 amateur fights.
That's awesome, man. That's an awesome
I
story.
was right.
That's an awesome story. Because I started when I was like 14. I, I started at 14, had a whole bunch of, well, from Philly, you going to get wars. We had a whole bunch of wars, before we
Right,
even
right,
got to
right,
fight.
right.
you know, but that is awesome. How what would you say was your biggest break in boxing? Which was your moment that you really like, you treasure?
Uh, when I won the U.S. championships, I had 21 amateur fights, and I beat John Ruiz, who was number one in the nation. And
Hmm.
I locked in the spot for the Olympic trials.
Uh-huh.
I locked in the spot when I won the semifinals. So I was going to the trials anyway, but I beat John Ruiz, who was number one, and when I became number one in the nation.
That's
I had
awesome.
21 amateur fights. I boxed 1 year. I boxed 1 year.
That's
I had my
impressive.
last fight when I was 12 years old. I didn't do shit for 8 years. I boxed 1 year, and I was number one in the nation.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. When you turned pro, was your desire to be a world champion?
Of course. I mean, the way I made the Olympic team with 30 amateur fights, when I got home from the Olympics, I said, look, if I did this shit with that 30 amateur fights, I don't need to stay amateur. I'm going to go ahead and turn pro. And
That's right.
because of the amateur rules, because of me being short of my defense, and I got penalized for my head being low. The crazy thing about amateur boxing, they penalize you for being defensive, which is the dumbest shit in the world.
Yeah. Especially in the
I
amateurs.
lost a gold medal because I was penalized for my head being low, and the guy was 6'5", I was 5'7". Cause I didn't let him hit me. I lost a chance for a gold medal because I didn't let him hit me. That's the
Wow.
dumbest shit in history. So
Yeah,
when I turned pro, I was happy because the amateurs was just the pros was easier than the amateurs because of the rules.
that's
The
right.
amateur rules wasn't for me.
Right. Right. I understand that. I understand. Like Mike Tyson. Like Mike Tyson, he had some losses in the amateurs to people he demolished when he turned pro.
Mike Tyson. He he was he was a respectable amateur, but he flourished. He flourished faster as a pro.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But he burned out a lot faster than other great fighters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's actually younger than Lennox Lewis and Riddick. You know what I'm saying? He's younger than Lennox Lewis and Riddick Bowe. Lennox Lewis and Holyfield. But you know what I'm saying? He burned out faster. But his his prime was early in his career.
Right.
And when
Right.
you know what I'm saying, when he turned pro with his power and everything, he just changed from being the fighter that he was in as an amateur.
Right. Okay. What was your greatest moment as a professional?
My second win against James Toney. I fought James Toney the first time with 14 fights. Uh, a lot of people say I didn't win and this and all that and everything, but I had 14 fights and I worked a two-time world champion with 48 pro fights. You know what I'm saying? I worked
Right.
them. I
That's right.
won all three scorecards. I won the last 3 rounds on all three judges' scorecards.
That's right.
That meant I deserved to win. I
That's right.
worked a two-time world champion.
That's right.
So when I came back and I fought him again and beat him unanimously, even though the first fight should have been unanimously because I dropped him and they didn't call it. I hit him and the ropes saved him from going down.
That's right.
If I'm credited with that knockdown, the first fight would have been unanimous. But the
That's right.
second fight was unanimous. I beat him easier, and I shut up all the fucking haters. Because James Toney is one of the greatest fighters that ever walked this earth. And I
That's
beat
right.
him fucking twice.
That's right. That's right. Sure did. It sure did. That's what's up. Um,
Twice.
that's that's what's up. Um, so I believe 2011. That's when you stopped. That was your last fight. 2011.
I was 41 years old. I
Right.
became a Cook County sheriff. I actually, I wouldn't even. I had my when I got my 49th win. I looked real good. I was impressed and everything, and I was cool. I was finna walk away, and somebody said, "Man, I know you ain't finna walk away. You got to get win number 50." And I was like, "Man, I ain't never even think about it." So when I got win number 50, I felt good. I looked good. The kid DeAndre Abram was a top amateur fighter. I beat him up real bad. I think it was an ESPN fight that day, and everybody was telling me how good I looked, and I hope, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't my last fight, but that was my last fight. I never really got uh, no offer that was worth it. Like, you know what I'm saying, some people, I think I got offered to fight in Australia for like a little money, and I'm
Right.
like, damn, I knew this one was gonna hold. Oh, God, I don't know what the screen was. Where you at?
I can still hear you. Can't see you, but I can hear
Oh,
you.
there you go, there you go. So,
Okay.
what are we talking about?
Uh, they tried to offer you a little bit of money to fight in
Yeah,
Australia,
yeah.
but
They
yeah,
offered me 12,000 to fight in Australia. I'm like, man, hell no. I said, man, I ain't desperate like that, man. I'm good. I ended up getting a
right.
job with Cook County Sheriff, and I thought I was gonna end up. I thought I was gonna do that for the rest of my life, but things ain't working out that way.
Okay. Okay. After boxing, have you ever missed it? Have you ever wished you was back in there?
Of course, boxing is the greatest sport in the world. It's
Yeah,
greatest thing for me. Uh, I was training fighters, and that's cool, but ain't nothing like fighting, man.
that's
Ain't nothing
right.
like fighting, man.
That's what I was trying to ask Buddy McGirt. Like, which part did he like better, fighting or training fighters? You know, uh, because
What'd
he
he
did
say?
something.
What'd he
He
say?
he said he really couldn't answer that. That was kind of a hard question. You know,
I mean, well, Buddy been a great trainer. Buddy is a Hall of Fame boxer and trainer, so I mean, he might love it the exact way. I've never made it like that as a trainer, so I couldn't, put myself in his shoes.
right? But you was inducted into the Rochester Hall of Fame. Yes, you was.
I mean, so I've been inducted in Rochester, Illinois, California, Nevada. I mean, no, not Nevada. What other place? Rochester, New York. I mean, it's cool. I
Right,
respect that, man, but I deserve to be in the International Boxing Hall of Fame, and it's sad that
right.
I'm not even on the ballot. I did some shit that ain't nobody never did in boxing history. I
That's
boxed.
right.
I boxed 1 year. I had 30 amateur fights. I made the Olympic team. I turned pro. I had 14 pro fights. I beat a Hall of Famer, James Toney. I did
Twice.
that. I did no, no, no. What I'm saying is no. I did. I beat him a second time, and I beat Roy Jones. But what I'm saying is I made an Olympic team with 30 amateur fights, and I beat a Hall of Famer with 14 pro fights. Ain't nobody never did that shit in boxing history.
That's right. That's
I
right.
guarantee you, nobody can challenge me that.
That was impressive. That was impressive. Very
Nobody
much
can
so.
challenge me that.
Okay. Okay. So now, who would you say is one of the great champions right now?
As far as what weight? I mean, as far as who?
Anyway, class, pound for pound, who you think like really stands out
I mean,
right now?
over longevity, you got to give it to Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford and Usyk probably been on top a little bit longer than everybody uh, and Tank. But I respect boxing right now. You know what I'm saying? Boxing is in good hands. I respect the game, where it's going, and I got mad respect. I don't have nothing negative to say.
That's what's up. Yeah, but he surprised me with the win over Spence. I had Spence all the way. In
Who?
fact, I don't. It
Man,
seemed
I
like
mean, look, I'm not taking nothing away from Bud Crawford. He's a great fighter. Earl Spence was dead. That was not Earl Spence who got in the ring.
yeah,
It
That's
is
what
what
I
it
said.
is. It is what it is. Earl Spence should have moved up in weight 5, 6 years ago. He stayed at 150, 147 and killed himself.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you on that one. It's like he wasn't the
It's
same
taking nothing
fighter,
away from Bud. It's taking nothing
right?
away from Bud, but Bud, no. Earl was finna go up to 54 and fight Keith Thurman because he said he couldn't make 47 no more. And Bud
Right,
talked him into come back down to 47 because he gave him a little bit more the money because he knew
right,
he was dead. He knew he'd be dead.
right, right. Mm, right. But yeah, any good eye could tell that that wasn't Errol, man. That wasn't the Errol of previous fights, and that
Earl
hurt
was
me.
dead, man. Earl almost died in a car crash. Then he had a war with Usyk. Not Usyk. What's his name? Uh,
I know you're talking about the
yeah,
Cuban guy,
he had a war with that kid, and neither one of them was the same no more after that.
right?
They neither one of them was Ugas.
Yeah,
Him and Ugas had a war, and neither one of them was the same no more.
right, right. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what you up to nowadays?
I'm just chilling. I got Clarence Griffin Windy City Boxing Club in Chicago, 2150 South Canal Port. We in the basement. Beautiful gym. Come down, check it out. And I also got a book about my life, The Ice Life. The link is theicelifebook.com.
Okay.
Theicelifebook.com is the link to my book. It's about a kid. I wasn't the greatest fighter ever. I don't have the best life ever. But I was a kid who lost his father at 12 years old. I missed boxing for 8 years. I made up my mind to be a success. I made the Olympic team with 30 amateur fights. I got cheated of a gold medal. I beat the gold medalist. I cut his eye open. He was bleeding like a pig. I was 5'7". He was 6'5". And I beat his ass with 30 amateur fights. 33.
Mm,
That was my 33 amateur fight. So
right.
I'm
And where
just
was
saying,
he from?
I'm a guy. I'm a guy who came the hard route, and I did a lot.
Yes,
I did something that nobody ever did in boxing history.
that's right.
You know what I'm saying? In 4 years, I was Olympian and I beat a Hall of Famer. Nobody in boxing history said they did that.
That's right. That's very impressive. Very impressive. Very impressive. I take my hat off. That is awesome.
Ain't nobody ever did that in boxing history.
Yeah. That's a blessing, man. That is a blessing. And now from what you just said, I know what was your inspiration. Your dad was your inspiration
Yeah,
because he
I want
pushed
to
you.
be my father. My father had me around Muhammad Ali when I was 5 years old, and
Right.
my father had me around Muhammad Ali. God damn, come on now. My father had me around Muhammad Ali when I was 5 years old. He died when I was 12. I promised my father I was gonna win the gold medal because for him. Well, I ain't said for him. I just told him I said I'm gonna win the gold medal. I told my pops. I made the
Right.
Olympic team with 30 amateur fights. Things didn't work out the way I wanted to, but I had the skills to do it. I was
That's
amazing.
right.
I did some shit that ain't nobody ever did.
That's right. That's right. That is awesome, man. I really appreciate your time. 100%. I really do. And I really appreciate talking to you. I definitely wish you the best. And I'm gonna check out your gym. I've been in Chicago one time. I want to come back.
We had the best food in the city.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, we got the best food in the country.
Okay. What place you recommend?
Everything,
Okay.
whatever you like, shrimp, beef, uh, gyros, whatever you want. I'm gonna tell you the best place to go.
Okay. Okay. All right. When I'm about to make that trick, I'm gonna hit you up, let you know I'm coming.
I, my man, what's up? Y'all take care of yourself.
All right. Be blessed, man. Thank you
Respect,
very much.
my
One.
man.
Bloodline streamed as hard as it seems. Royalty. Royalty was your reality, a normality that blasphemes today. For at any moment, a stray may ricochet and kill your kin. No longer are you the preeminent wonder of the world, for kings have been fooled, schooled, and now ruled.
We all live different lives, we all got different goals. Life is all about choices, gotta pick and roll. Can't go forever tricking hoes off of flipping nose. Follow me, get superstitious like you split the pole. First you was hot on the trail, now it's getting cold.
But if he does this for 12 rounds against Montel Griffin, he's liable to watch his zero go away. So something will have to change for Roy Jones in the next few rounds as he continues to develop this fight plan if he's going to have a chance to win. Punch me and then counter his counter.
Well, that's always been Griffin's forte. Anytime he gets in an exchange, it can be even, but he finishes it up with the left jab as he just did then.
Throws 4 more jabs to begin this round. None of them anywhere near.
Bloodline streamed as hard as it seems. Royalty. Royalty was your reality, a normality that blasphemes today. For at any moment, a stray may ricochet and kill your kin. No longer are you the preeminent wonder of the world, for kings have been fooled, schooled, and now ruled.
We all live different lives, we all got different goals. Life is all about choices, gotta pick and roll. Can't go forever tricking hoes off of flipping nose. Follow me, get superstitious like you split the pole. First you was hot on the trail, now it's getting cold.